Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Character Summaries! Woo! So happy to have you guys back, and if you don't know what this series is, you should probably go watch the other two parts. This series is basically where I talk about all of my OCs that I have introduced either in Arcana or in other stories that I have mentioned that are my original characters. They are either from fandoms or they are from other series, like from fandoms, and they're like for other characters in that fandom. I try to keep them as canonically in line as possible, and then the others are original OCs. For now, I'm focusing on the AM characters because they're the ones that you guys know the best. So yeah, last time, we talked about Iris Gaster. And now today, we are going to be talking about possibly one of the fan favorites. You know her, you love her, Celsius Echidna. Oh, look at her, she's so cute! Who does not love Celsius? She is an absolute sweetheart. She is kind, caring, and she absolutely just loves to be around people. Who does not love that, okay? I could definitely tell from when I started AM, and then when we got to episode 3, when Celsius was first introduced, everyone in the chat immediately loved her when I was watching the premiere. Everyone loved her, and she's continuously been a fan favorite since the beginning, so I'm really happy for that, and I'm really proud of that. But either way, she is one of the classic characters, and we love her very, very much. For those of you who don't know, Celsius is a kind of was an experiment, which is why she's called a Echidna. She originally was a full hedgehog, but then got experimented on by Eggman, and I guess you could say he sort of made it possible for a hybrid to exist. This was a completely secret project away from everything else. He wanted to use her as a weapon in order to defeat Sonic, but she ended up keeping her own sentience, and, well, she was too powerful for him to keep in his basement. So, Celsius's original abilities are ice magic. That's her ability, primarily at the start. But then once she gets the genetic experimentation done on her, she gets the added bonus of super strength and super speed. This gives her the ability to run fast like Sonic, and the ability to be super strong like Knuckles. Basically, Celsius is kind of a huge hybrid of Sonic and Knuckles, but in a combination of her own way that makes her unique. Celsius is definitely a very sweet character. She does not like to have people get hurt because of her. She would gladly sacrifice her own life if it meant that someone else was not going to get hurt. If that meant she had to give up an arm, she would. If she had to poke out an eye, she would. Celsius is that kind of person. That kind of girl. She escapes from Eggman, though, thanks to the help of Sonic and the others, and that's how she's able to form a relationship with them. Well, I mean, her and Amy get off kind of rough at first. Because, obvious reasons. The whole jealousy thing. Yeah. But actually, that ends up getting resolved fairly quickly. You see, they kind of set aside their differences. Amy finally realizes that Sonic actually does care about Cel and loves her very much, whereas he thinks of Amy as just a friend and someone that he cares about as a friend. It takes her a bit to accept that, but she actually does, which it kind of moves the whole plot along, which is actually really good for us in this case. Either way. And I thought I would answer the question on why she calls Knuckles her cousin. Well, if you think about it, she had a genetic experimentation with her DNA of a hedgehog, and then she was called a Echidna because he had a DNA of an Echidna. So technically, now that she has DNA of an Echidna, she's technically related to Knuckles. Basically, that's their thought process behind it. So ever since then, she's called him her cousin. And he has no problem with that. It is absolutely adorable. But either way, I absolutely love her design. I love her character. I love her so much. And I'm sure a lot of you do as well. Now then, let's move on to the actual character sheet. Oop. There we go. Here is the character sheet. It is her full body outfit, which is a nice white top with yellow accents, a blue belt, and some shorts. And look at her shoes! Oh my gosh, those boots are so cute! And then her little chow charm. And the little swoop of hair covering one eye. It is so cute. And all her little expressions and everything. It is so adorable. She's happy. Look at that. She's so happy. And then you see her over here, a little bit surprised and then attacking, like, "Hua!" She's ready to fight. She is ready to fight. And I am very, very proud of that. Now, I'm sure a lot of you were thinking, like, why is Cel as innocent as she is? Well, that's kind of because she was raised along the ideal of, be kind to others, and you will receive kindness in turn. So she took that quite literally. She literally expresses everything with kindness when she can. Excuse me. Unless she actually gets mad about something, and then she will not resort to kindness, because when Cel gets mad, it gets kind of scary, not gonna lie. So let's just stay on her good side, yeah? Best to not get involved with that in the wrong way. Yeah. Don't make her mad. Okay? She's cute. She's adorable. But do not get on her bad side. You will regret it. You will seriously regret it. She's super fast, has super strength, and she has ice magic. Of course, all of this has a limitation. Obviously, she needs to restore her energy very fast, otherwise she will kind of pass out from exhaustion, especially if she uses all 3 powers at once, which she has tried to do before, and it caused her to pass out for like 2 days. So yeah, she tries to only use 1 power at a time within the span of like 30 seconds, because she's not overpowered. She has her own limitations, and without those limitations, if I hadn't put those there, she might have been way too overpowered and become like a Mary Sue or something. Little backstory on how I created Celsius, though, was similarly to Iris. Originally, I had Sapphire as my primary OC for like everything. Like, she was in Professor Layton's, she was in my original story, she was everywhere. But now, like in 2019, I decided, hey, let's make some more OCs individually for each world instead of trying to put Sapphire in every single one. And Celsius was the product of that for the Sonic universe. And I absolutely loved creating her from the very start. Celsius was one of those characters that you fell in love with immediately after you created her. I remember looking back on some of my old gacha videos, and out of all of them, Cel was like my one that stayed the most consistent. Except for one thing. Originally, she was supposed to be with Shadow. That did not end up lasting long, because I ended up creating another Sonic OC that ended up being with Shadow, and it suited her to be with Shadow rather than Celsius to be with Shadow. For obvious reasons. Cel kind of complements Sonic's weakness areas, and it really shows how much just a little bit of kindness can go a long way. I mean, it would have worked with Shadow, but honestly, my other OC that I have with Shadow works a lot better, considering her background. But that's another video for another time. If you guys ever want me to introduce her to you guys. Because yes, I plan to. But that would be quite a while in a way. Either way, I love her so much, and she is one of my favorites of the main 8. I love all of my OCs, but Celsius was definitely the one from the beginning that has like touched my heart so much. And with that, I think that's pretty much the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to Celsius's background. Next time we'll be introducing Aura and her background a little bit, so stay tuned for that when that comes out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye! Stay sharp, Shade Slayers!